Alright, hello. Welcome back everyone to another episode of Funkeys. We've got some choppiness, I think. Which I think I did just see like an encoder overloaded message come up, so I mean this really shouldn't be that much more strenuous on my computer than the Flash games were, since this is, I'm pretty sure, actually a Flash game, just one that has its own dedicated client. Okay, so that I've got some protection. The event that I actually run into an enemy at some point. Which I kind of wonder if, like, maybe I just remember them being more of a threat because that's how they sounded when, you know, the game introduced the enemies. Because I haven't seen any of them like, I think I had some run-ins with some henchmen during the first wave. Like, I don't think I ran into any natives. It was on Funkey Island. I've yet to see Dolly or Goya either. Like, it kind of feels like maybe they almost like are more of a just don't go AFK kind of deal. So as per usual, I'm gonna just cycle through each of the mini games. Games, and just play each one like 5 times. Before moving on to the next one. Or until I get a hoop. Because once I get a hoop, it's time to go actively look for Goya. Because from my understanding, unlike in Wave 1, you have to actually, like, encounter the enemy in order to use the special item. Like, it kind of seems like maybe like they got some feedback at some point of like, you know, players would like to be more involved in the ending of each section. Because with Wave 1, you just kind of played the games until you got all the gem shards, and then the ending just kind of happened. Meanwhile, here, you know, like, in Funkey Island, you actually had, like, a whole series of things that you had to go and do to collect these other items once you got the items from from playing the mini games. From my understanding, Dreamsday is kind of like that in that you have to go and actively seek out the enemies that you have been avoiding this entire time. It's basically like the MacGuffin is not something where, oh yeah, once it's assembled, it just does its thing automatically. The big question is, will it show the introductory cinematic for the introductory cutscene for my first encounter with these characters? Because again, like, I have not seen them. I think it's highly likely that either this or Rock'em Sock'em Sprocket will be what gets me the hoop. Well, my first hoop, because you have to do multiple. Because, you know, they had to It had to give you a reason to play all of the mini-games somehow, not just, you know, like, one from each that you're good at. Or even just one from each that you particularly enjoy. But yeah, I'm decent at least 2 of them, so like probably what's going to end up happening is the last 2 remaining games between the two realms will probably be Bombastic Billiards and the shootout game that Lucky has. Is because those are the 2 that I'm worst at, so those will be the ones that will take me the most time to get the item from. Of course, it could also be the, you know, maybe I'm good at some of these because they're especially easy. Like, I mean, this is literally just a memory plus. A reasonably brute forceable one at that. Because the only limit here is time. There's no, like, limit to number of moves or anything. Things like, you know, you could beat this game without having to remember much of anything if you just get lucky and manage to make, you know, all of the correct guesses is within the time limit by pure happenstance. Nice, down to the last 2 layers. There's once again. Final layer. Which I wonder, is there an actual endpoint to this? Because theoretically it could go on forever. You know, Rock'em Sock'em Sprocket has an end point. Right, since I've almost reached it on multiple occasions.
Look there. The mystic loop and the mystic feather seem to be drawn together. They appear to be forming a dream catcher. Whoa. Just being close to that thing makes me feel strange. It seems to be drawing its power from both aspects of the dream states. Something tells me this is going to be a useful tool or weapon.
Okay, so now time to go hunting, I guess. And this is something that if they ever even plan to have anything happen with this, I don't think they ever got the chance to program it in. Because there's two big buttons. Neither of which actually seem to do anything. Also just a random hole here, but that is just set dressing.
Well, if it ain't Marshall and his little buddy. Think you're real tough packing that dream catcher, huh, Runt? Well, Smarty Pants, I'm gonna brain you right now! That wasn't even close, you shrimp! You're gonna have to try a bit harder than that to beat old Goya! Now I'm going to pound you into Funkey-Burger! Like I told you before, no Funkeys pipsqueak gonna KO me! Weren't you listening? Here, let me knock some of that wax out of your ears!
Knock the teeth out of that big mouth. Focus your energy through the dream catcher and show that brute a thing or two.
Alright, there is a... Are you gonna do anything? Like, I'm pretty sure there's supposed to be a cutscene for your initial encounter with this guy. He also doesn't seem to be doing anything to me. Come on, just... Seems he's not a threat right now. Okay, it was Burger's game that I got the feather from. So time for Zhong challenge again, I guess. Because my plan is to bounce between the two as I get their MacGuffins, because you need both in order to get the next cutscene. Which apparently had to sneeze right as I was starting that sentence. But apparently there are no servers available, official or otherwise, at least for this game, so like there are apparently projects to try and make unofficial servers, but in the updated version to make it, huh? Well, guess this part's just gonna be in the recording, because my connection just died. In fact, my entire internet connection has gone down. I might as well finish this out. You see, I'm kind of in the middle of something. But you know, if my internet has been back up by the time... Like, interesting that that would happen right as I was talking about servers. You know, this game has no online play, official or otherwise, because official servers are dead and no unofficial project has reached a level of completeness that is sufficient to be usable. I think I'll just call it a night if my internet's not back up by the time I finish this round. I guess in this case it's a good thing that, you know, there isn't online play, because I might have been doing the online play and got my game fully interrupted, and not just the stream. I better hope that... Well, I mean, since it's going to be in the recording, only Twitch is missing out on seeing the end cutscene. And whenever I upload this to YouTube, you know, with any cutscenes I get past the stream name getting destroyed by my lack of internet access. It's still going to, you know, be in the video. Okay, so I guess thank you to everyone who stopped by tonight. Next stream is planned for tomorrow, assuming that my internet comes back. With Age of Wonders. Like, I might honestly do some more UB Funkeys just to make up for the fact, you know, I had to cut this short. Oh, maybe something's happening? Maybe internet's coming back? Yeah, I mean, you know, half hour view be Funkeys. Can't post my links because I'm disconnected from chat, and can't raid anyone because I'm disconnected from Twitch. But, you know, tomorrow, assuming my internet comes back, which it probably will, unless something real bad is happening with like, I think my ISP or something. Then tomorrow will be Age of Wonder or Shadow Magic with the Strange Lands mod. yeah, I'm just gonna end it here.